Brock Heward up here in the booth. I'm Kate Scott. And in a while, we're going to find out the answer to a question that fans have been asking for nearly half a year at this point. Who is going to represent this conference in the Super Bowl?
All of these coaches and players preached all season long, never look ahead. Can't do it, right? You've got to focus so much on the present. But you know that every man...
Only one of these teams will earn a shot at the Lombardi. The AFC title game is underway. Johnson with a return here. Escapes a defender. He's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Well, Kate, thanks to stories flooding every corner of the sports programming last week, you and I and everyone watching are keenly aware of what's on the line today. No rookie quarterback has ever started a Super Bowl. Really, a select group of rookies have ever been on this stage on this conference championship weekend. Is he finally the one who could take the next step and lead his guys to the Lombardi Trophy?
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bills first down. Another carry for him. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. Injuries like these haven't stopped them from locking up a playoff spot, Brock. They've been able to fight through them to remain one of the best teams in the entire conference.
I mean, I love that word, fight. It's definitely the key one here. There's been tremendous fight, grit, toughness up and down this roster to keep their level of play despite all these injuries. We've gotten some tremendous fight out of the players who've stepped into those shoes and taken advantage of the opportunities.
First and 10 at the 45-yard
Going to the ground again on first. And he's going to continue having trouble hitting full speed running in this. He stopped after a gain of 2.
At the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Back to the well again. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That stop made by T.J. Watt. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. Third and just 2 to go. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. So the penalty is going to back them up 5. And in all likelihood, they need to come up with a new play call for third down. To the air on 3rd and long. He brings it in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
This one's headed for the sideline and out. Swung at the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they'll be let out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
This is one of those fine lines as you take the field as a quarterback. You know that your play is going to be so important to find a way to win. It always is in postseason football. But you can't put too much pressure on yourself. You got to go out there, you got to cut it loose. And most importantly, you got to lead your men.
That's completed right side. And they're on him right away with that tackle. The stop comes at the 26-yard line. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Wilson. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. And nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. All the left side. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
They'll go from the gun with Wilson. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. The Buffalo offense out there for their second drive of the contest. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage. And it's not just your quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Dropping back to throw. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They're throwing it. That's caught for the first. And they get this down to the 28. That play good for 17 on a first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. So good work. Help reset those chains.
And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there.
Brings up 2nd and
Takes the 2nd down snap. Setting up the screen. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And his progress is stopped, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. He's going to be held up after gaining 2. So a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up. Following the play, though, one of the Bills still pretty shaken up down there. Trainer's going to get out there to see what's wrong. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
The Steelers calling their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Here comes the field goal unit now for the Bills. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. Shoots away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steeler offense out and ready to go for their second drive. And as they get set, Partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points. One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. That's incomplete on second down. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
He was defended by Tuli Pulotu.
Throw here, third down. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Now the shotgun give to Cook. Blast through midfield. He takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Another one for Cook. Has another lead. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Working inside the red zone. He's got this complete to James Cook. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. Second and 10. Need something positive here.
Second and 10.
He's going to throw it. Has it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So we're through one here in the AFC title game. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here, the Bills definitely thinking points. Cook goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Cook again. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Big moment here in their quest to become AFC champs. We've got third and goal. Steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And the defense are down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal.
Hey, I get it. You know, there are times as a decision maker playing quarterback, you take a sack and you cut your losses. When you get an opportunity in the red zone on third down, you'd love to give your guy on the other end a chance. Because a touchdown, well, we know in the course of outcomes of games, so much more influential than settling for a field goal. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Spins out of one side. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
First down, play action. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Cook trying his one up the gut. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 40.
And off to Cook here out of his own read. And it looks like he got beyond the line, but it is pretty tough to see him. It's this snow, and they're going to say, yep, it's a gain of 1.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
And the Bills first down.
Now here's Cam Scattergoo on the ground. Still has some space inside the 35. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
16 yards. That's another Bills first down.
They pitch it to him. It is so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's 2 looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets smacked, and then when you pitch it out to the running back and he gets the negative yards on his stat sheet, yeah, that's one the quarterback's got to rectify.
What are you doing, bro? Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
At the 17-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. This fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
The ball carried by number 2. He was taken down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's a give to Cook. It's going to be short of that goal line block, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
That's good for Bills. First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Now the PAT try coming up. Snowy weather, no problem for them that point after. And the Bills bump the lead up to 13 points. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
And kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
And a nice start here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson again. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you could do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Air it out on 3rd. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. Back deep to return it is Carter. And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. Doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll run it from the gun. He dodged the tackle. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. And it's the Bills. With it, 1st and 10. Markers reset, ball at the 37. On the handoff, here's Scatterboot. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. That one's complete, right side. And he stopped at the spot he made the catch. So give him, looks like the 27 on that completion. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And it looks like he got beyond the line, but it is pretty tough to see him. It's this snow. And they're going to say, yep, it's a gain of 1. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Hits his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Pass play coming here. He has the first over the middle. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. This is Cook on the handoff. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Scatterboot now from the gun. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. The Buffalo's going to call it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've gone the wrong way twice. Need to make up that distance and more. Here's 3rd and goal. 3rd and long for him here. Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You can take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So a two-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hanson. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hanson in Orlando, where I promise you the weather is much nicer than what we've been watching. But who doesn't love a snow globe game? And the meteorologists tell us we're in for more of it in the second half. So time now to get back out and join our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt.
All right, Scott, thanks so much for that check-in. The blizzard here has not subsided as we're back for the start of our second half. Return starts at the 9. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. We'll see the Steeler offense first this half as they're headed out now. Their defense has really kept them in this game. Now it's time for this offense to start putting up some points. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Number 36. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 30.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, got to play with a sense of urgency. Got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Forced out to his right. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied. They responded. Force a 4th down.
The Steelers set to punt it. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And he's there. Fair catch called for and taken. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Now run by Cook. And he will be taken down. That much we know. Tough to see where, though. Looks like they're going to have it as a gain of 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Cook. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. Now after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. 3rd down here, need 8 on the play. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bills 1st down. Setting him on the dive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. 1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Ran into a wall that time. Couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
a loss of 1. It's now 3rd down and 6.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge? There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. And maybe time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off. the way that he has.
The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain. 2nd down now. They need 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Back to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Steelers 1st
New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll go from the gun with Wilson. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll work against the blitz. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
To number 84.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
He's running for it. Escapes the defender. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's the Steelers' 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Took off with it again.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chip.
What a hit! And the ball's loose! And it looked like the Bill got it. And they can't call a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
You know, we could go down on that field and ask any player about the first lessons they learned in the game of football, and almost every one of them kids going to say the same thing. Ball security. I bet he could even hear his old high school coach's voice in his ears right now, telling him next time, you got to hang on to it better.
Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Completed over the middle. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards if someone tracks him down.
And they're going to hand him a big loss on this 1st down. Forced out of bounds several yards behind that line of scrimmage.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
From the contact. Brings up 3rd down and 15.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And after some relocating there, Brock, they track him down away from the pocket. The Bills with a punt team out there. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. The Steelers and this running back headed back out for a new series. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. He's going to tuck it and run. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a 1st. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. New set of downs for him from the 46. Wilson on the shotgun handoff. And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They'll go right back to Wilson. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Steelers with it and trailing. Their postseason in jeopardy. They've got first down from the 31. They're going to try and throw it here. Setting up the running back screen. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Number 0. It's now second and 6 at the 14-yard line.
This is second and 6 coming up. Still sticking with the passing game. Complete over the middle. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
He's going to throw it again. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
All right, here we go, everybody. Big play for the Steelers as they go for 2. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Pretty easy to recognize the intensity on that 2-point try. Could have made it a one-score game, but instead, still a 10-point deficit, Brock. They're going to need a couple more scores.
They sure will. Means more than likely a couple possessions, too, Kate. And we're to the point, if you look up at that scoreboard, there's not going to be many possessions left in this one.
The Bills set to take over offensively. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And tough running as the elements continue offering up the challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down.
At the 29-yard line.
Up in the air here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. Just gets down inside the 35-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Cook trying this one up the gut. A lot of traffic up the middle there, and his bounce outside nabs him 7. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
Brings up second and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is second and 3. pressure coming. Hits him on the in route. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Nice run last play. Sets up second and 2. Now the shotgun give to Cook. He's actually going to lose yards here. They take him down at the 10-yard line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Throw here, third down. Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Starting at the 10. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers offense headed out. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Defenders there. It's intercepted. And the Bills take over at the start of the red zone. He's tackled right at the 20.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's first and 10. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are positive. Cook is hit and he fumbles it. Steelers have it, headed the other way. The 40. At the 20. And Pittsburgh's going to take this back for the touchdown. The Steelers now within 1 score in the 4th. They come up with a stand in the red zone, Brock, and that defense, you could just tell, they were on a mission, not just to force that fumble, but to do even more damage on that turnover.
I think we can hear the coaches up here in the booth scoop and score. I think you can read the lips of the players on the sideline scoop and score. There was no thought to just fall on that one. It hit the deck, and everybody's eyes looked all the way down the field at the other end zone, and they worked in unison to set up a massive, massive scoop and score touchdown.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Johnson now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, and just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
Brings up second and a yard.
Read option, keeping to the right. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Look to throw. Catch made. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. This is Cook. And 2 yards are all he can get. It's 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Again, it's Cook. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down, ball at the 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a run here from the gun. Stiff arm buys him some space. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Trying it left side with Cook. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half. First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds his fullback. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he has the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
And things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The Bills are lining up for a
fullback gets it up the middle, and he barrels his way in to get the 2 points.
The score, Bills 27, Steelers 14.
I'd sure love to chat with their coach, see how he decides between run and pass on a 2-point try. In some cases, throwing it's probably better, but there, just running with it was more than enough.
And this drive will start inside the 25. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Back to work after throwing the pick. Oh, he lost the football. It didn't look like the Bill got it.
This just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. And I'm pretty sure, Brock, they hadn't even all sat down on that sideline yet to rest. And now they're right back out there with a great chance to repeat their last touchdown.
And you will take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. You don't mind at all. You got that defense right now reeling after the touchdown. Look at where they start with the football now.
And he's going to continue having trouble hitting full speed running in this. He stopped after a gain of 2. All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. It's Scannaboo on 2nd down. And he's going to be bottled up right at the line as we've reached the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills nearing a win here with a 14-point lead. this win.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Bills take a knee, and they'll let the seconds tick away in this win. Lining up to take a knee on second down. So the roar of Bills Mafia, it's a win for their guys in Buffalo. Love these pictures, Brock. Go ahead, guys. Take it all in. You are going to be playing in the Super Bowl. What a moment for so many of them getting to this point.
It is, and it is so cool, and you can see it and feel it. The real emotion of celebrating this title, but they know that ultimately it's not an AFC title they want. They want a Super Bowl title.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Huard, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills as we say so long from Buffalo.